We're back here with volleyball head coach Erin Harris. Tell us a little bit about your season. Team got off to a great start, 18-1 start, a big win over Washington and Lee. Maybe struggled a bit at the end, but it was a young team. So was that a good learning experience for them coming back next season?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think coming out and having such a strong start really gave us a lot of confidence to handle teams like Washington and Lee when we met them. And those are some matches that we hadn't won previously. And so I think learning how to win big matches when it matters is something that you have to acquire, and it's a skill you have to build. And our team definitely gained that. And I think towards the end of the season, we had some injuries. We had, some senior freak-out moments where we just wanted it so badly, and sometimes things weren't always clicking because we were a very, very young team. But that's part of the adversity that you handle year to year. But I think that my returners going into next year, having that experience, I think we're going to be very well prepared. And they're already talking about big matches we have coming up, and they're already very excited for our spring season. And I think it was just very, very valuable.
Besides some of those internal challenges, what are the challenges in competing in the ODAC?
I think the ODAC for volleyball is a great conference, but it's tight every year. There's the top five or six teams even, I think, are always fighting for those top 4 playoff spots. And so you can't ever relax. You can't ever take a break because every team really, really matters. We're not a conference where we have 1 or 2 runaway teams. We're just all so neck and neck that it matters all the time.
Okay.
Heading into 2018, volleyball had never had an All-American here. Now you've had 3 All-American selections over the past 2 years, and including the last 2 years, Rachel Gaston. What impact has she had on the program, and how does the team now keep things moving forward as she graduates?
I think she, and even Victoria Wilson before her was the other one, I think that they together demonstrated what kind of work ethic is required to play at that level and be successful at that level. So I think that we have the players, we have the talent, whether they're willing to work hard enough and sacrifice and do everything that they did to reach that level is going to be telling. But I think that they have kind of set this precedent for what we need to do to get there. And our underclassmen are eating it up, and they know, and they've seen it, and they've seen them live their life the way that they have. And so I think we're going to have more and more moving forward because we've kind of crossed that threshold, and now they know what it looks like and what it takes.
What does spring training look like for your team?
This year we are focusing a lot on fundamentals and kind of taking some steps back. So we're doing team practices, but in addition to that, we're adding in a lot of positional training and small group work because in the fall we focus so much on just team concepts and team skills and making sure that the team is prepared for matches and strategies and film sessions. And so right now, it's really fun. We can kind of beat them up a little bit. We don't have matches to worry about. So our practices can be tough, but they can also be a little bit more focused and a little bit more biomechanical and technical when we're doing a lot more teaching and a lot more skill development. So some parts of it are a little bit slower, but then when we do play, we're able to kind of get after it a little bit.
And what are you looking for as you recruit a student athlete to your program here at Bridgewater?
Right now, we're really focusing a lot on intangible qualities. I think that part of the reason we are so successful is because of the culture that we have built and the fact that we do have a lot of cohesion on the court and we play well together. So obviously we're looking for good volleyball players, but we can teach a lot of things and we can help you get stronger and jump higher and develop volleyball IQ. But the things that we can't teach are being a good teammate, being a good person, being willing to work really, really hard, and holding yourself accountable. I think that we are a program that very much relies on people to motivate themselves, and they need to come in and want to be better. We're not going to ask them to come in and want to work hard. And so being able to find those qualities in our recruits has allowed us to create this culture of success where everyone just wants to work hard and get where we want to go.
What aspects of Bridgewater College do you highlight to those student athletes you recruit?
I think when we're talking about our team culture, Bridgewater's culture kind of highlights that as well. I remember when I came here on my job interview, there were so many alumni that were here working, and I just felt like that spoke so highly of their experience. But everyone talks about Bridgewater feels like a family environment. Like everyone on campus is so friendly and welcoming, and I feel like that is very reflective in our team's values and the campus values. And so I think that's definitely a huge selling point.
How important are those alumni connections and fundraising when it comes to running a successful program?
Absolutely important. I think we have a very strong alumni base, and we're very fortunate for that. And they're willing to help us not only financially, but even they've hosted many of my many of my players for networking events, or they're helping them get jobs and staying really well connected, or just helping them with letters of recommendation or calling in favors for getting jobs in the summers. And so alumni support in that regard is very important. But from the giving standpoint, I think that it allows us to do things that are vital to our culture. And so we talked a lot about how the team cohesion piece is why we're so successful. And a lot of what we do is team bonding and team activities and kind of extra things that are kind of outside of the scope of normal budgeting. And I think having people donate money for us to be able to do those things creates these lasting bonds and relationships that really transfers into points on the scoreboard.
Well, thank you very much, Coach Harris, and good luck with your upcoming season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.